10th, tardigrade. Have you ever heard of a creature that can survive outer space? Meet the tardigrade, aka the water bear. This tiny microscopic animal is basically nature's ultimate survivor. It can handle extreme heat, freezing cold, radiation, dehydration, you name it. Scientists even blasted them into the vacuum of space. No oxygen, deadly radiation, absolute zero temperatures, and they still survived. How? When stressed, tardigrades enter a ton state, basically hitting pause on life. They dry up completely, slow their metabolism to almost zero, and just wait it out. Years later, add water, and boom, they're back. These things are literally unkillable. Some even say they could survive the end of the world. 9. Axolotl. What animal stays a baby its entire life? The axolotl is a wild little amphibian that never grows up, literally. While most creatures transform as they mature, axolotls skip that whole adult phase. They keep their gills, their baby face, and their underwater lifestyle forever. Scientists call this neoteny, and it's super rare. But here's what's even crazier. They can regrow almost anything. Lost a leg? It'll grow back. Even parts of their brain and heart can regenerate. They're like real-life Pokemon, stuck in a cute, forever young phase. And that's exactly why they've become internet legends. 8. Goblin shark. What has a face straight out of your worst nightmare? Meet the goblin shark, a deep-sea horror show with a jaw that literally launches out of its face. It lives thousands of feet below the surface, where sunlight never reaches, and it looks like it crawled out of the dark ages. Its long, flat snout is packed with sensors to detect prey, but the real terror? Its jaws shoot forward like a slingshot to snatch food in an instant. This thing doesn't swim fast. It waits, lurking in the shadows, then strikes like a monster. It's rare, creepy, and very real, proof that nature has a twisted imagination. 7. Glaucus atlanticus. Ever seen a sea creature that looks like a real-life dragon? The Glaucus atlanticus, or blue dragon, is one of the ocean's most stunning and deadly creatures. It's tiny, barely the size of your finger, but don't let that fool you. It floats upside down on the ocean's surface, feeding on venomous prey like the Portuguese man-o'-war. And here's the crazy part. It stores that venom and makes it even stronger. Its electric blue body isn't just for show either. It's camouflage, blending with the water and sky. So yeah, it's small, it's beautiful, and it's armed to the teeth. Nature really snapped with this one. 6. Leafy sea dragon. What looks like seaweed but is actually alive? The leafy sea dragon is one of the ocean's best camouflaged creatures. It looks like floating seaweed, but it's a fish. With leaf-like fins all over its body, it drifts through the water so naturally that predators barely notice it. But here's the wild part. It can't even swim fast. Its entire survival depends on looking like a plant. Found mostly off the coast of Australia, it glides with the current, perfectly blending into the kelp forests around it. It's peaceful, slow, and beautifully bizarre, like evolution's quiet little masterpiece. 5. Eye. Have you ever seen an animal with eyes bigger than its brain? The eye is a primate that lives in Madagascar and looks like it came straight out of a Tim Burton movie. With huge eyes, bat-like ears, and a super long middle finger, it's one of the weirdest animals on Earth. But that creepy finger? It's actually a secret weapon. It taps on trees to find bugs hiding inside, then scoops them out like a hairy little chopstick. People used to think seeing one was bad luck, but really, this bizarre animal is just nature doing its most creative work. 4. Yeti crab. Why does the yeti crab live in water hot enough to boil your skin? Deep in the Pacific Ocean, near hydrothermal vents, there's a creature that looks like it belongs in a sci-fi movie, the yeti crab. It has fuzzy white claws that look like they're wearing mittens, but those mittens are actually covered in bacteria. And here's the wild part. It farms those bacteria as food. Instead of hunting or scavenging, it waves its claws around in toxic water to feed the bacteria, then scrapes them off for a snack. The water around it can reach over 700 degrees Fahrenheit, but the crab survives by clinging to just the right spots. It's like finding life in a boiling pot, and it's thriving. 3. Shoebill stork. Why does the shoebill stork never blink and stare like it's plotting something? The shoebill stork is one of the most terrifying birds on Earth. Standing up to 5 feet tall with a massive beak that looks like a wooden shoe, this bird doesn't just look prehistoric, it hunts like a silent assassin. It barely moves, barely blinks, and just stares, waiting. Then boom, lightning-fast strike, swallowing fish, frogs, even baby crocodiles whole. Oh, and that weird bill-clattering noise it makes? Sounds like a machine gun. This bird isn't just creepy, it's a real-life raptor in slow motion. 2. Thorny devil. How does the thorny devil survive in the hottest deserts without ever drinking water? The thorny devil looks like a miniature dragon covered in spikes, but those spikes aren't just for defense. They're part of a genius survival system. When it steps in water or even dew, the moisture gets sucked up through tiny grooves in its skin, all the way to its mouth. It literally drinks through its feet. Found in Australia's scorching deserts, it blends perfectly with the sand, barely moves, and eats thousands of ants a day. It may look dangerous, but this spiky little creature is a harmless, water-wicking legend of the outback. 1. Tarsier. What animal can rotate its head almost all the way around like an owl? Meet the tarsier, one of the smallest primates on Earth, but also one of the creepiest. Its eyes are so huge they can't even move in their sockets. But to make up for that, it can twist its head 180 degrees. Living in Southeast Asian forests, it leaps through trees with ninja-like precision, hunting insects and even small birds. And at night, those massive eyes light up like headlights in the dark. It may look cute, but the tarsier is a tiny, silent predator with the vision of a superhero and the reflexes to match.